Album Review, the podcast where four totally unqualified guys review a different album every week in the hope of broadening our knowledge of music. However, we are easily swayed off topic and have no real idea what we are talking about. Today's album is Normandie, White Flag.
Can't wait to get rid of that intro.
Hello!
It's happening.
Normandie.
Never keeps looking back and it's like, no, it's happening.
It's like,
man.
nah, it's
You
happening.
don't get choice in the matter.
What?
It's all changing. Album review. We're not even reviewing albums anymore.
We're under new ownership. We just look at porn.
New man.
Porn review.
Porn review.
First off, Captain Price, Rule 34.
Rule 44.
We still keep the Joe thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
That's the one
Yeah,
thing that
it's
stays
Joe thumbs
integral.
up.
Joe did
thumbs
enjoy. Does Joe just thumbs up
Is
everything?
it a Joe
Because
dick up or a Joe dick down?
They got it.
That's just,
There
it's
you
too
go.
crude now.
Yeah.
You think that's
Come
just
on,
too much?
You've
too much.
passed the
It's
level,
too
Joe.
much. That's fair. Boys, this album was nice. I heavily enjoyed this album. I think
Heavily.
They like the way you said
Yeah,
that.
he used heavy. It's
Heavily.
Like is that the adjective? Like
no,
the
that's just
I
no, that's
slimily
that's
enjoyed
just
this
how much I
album.
weigh.
Has anybody really truly seen an adverb?
Has anyone ever?
I don't know what an
truly
adverb
seen
is.
words?
Oh,
dog bark.
pretty much all of this.
I
can be
think
cut.
the star pupil, the star factor
Just
in this album is the production. I think the production was amazing, especially the pipey bit where they were using like the flappy pipes. Has anyone seen those? Where they have the flappy saddles and they go in the flappy pipes.
that's not a real instrument.
Yes, it fucking is.
It is.
It
I don't
is.
remember that being
have,
in the album.
They have pipes. It goes do do. It's all you know. It's unforgettable. And it's going boop 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 boop.
Is that what that is?
I'm assuming so. I didn't do the
Nah, you
research.
can just recreate that on
But-
like an electronic drum. kit,
Probably, but like it sounded
hell.
very like if they did use an actual one, that would be cool.
I'm pretty sure the pipes with the paddle thing
Yeah.
is. Wasn't that like made by a kid at school?
Yeah, but like more people
it's
use
not an
it.
actual instrument.
You'll you just have to cut all this out. I'm deliberately not saying anything.
Bella going nuts.
I'm just loving it. It's like we say it. I've been saying hour, nothing. Not a single thing. Album review. I guess it's time to go.
I might leave
Please
it
now,
in for
because
this.
we've made a bigger thing of it. Yeah, right, leave it in.
Bella, stop! Please.
If it's not Bella, there's going to be a Chinook in a minute, so we're good.
There's gonna be a Chinook.
It
Sorry,
actually is.
was that MOD secrets right there?
But
better not be revealing anything though.
No, I won't do that.
I
Test mobile.
really like the flappy pipes. Is my new name for that instrument, as I don't know what the instrument is called. But
Flappy pipe.
if I'm going to research it while one of you guys are doing your review, because I want to find out if they did use the flappy pipes.
I believe
Be
it's called
cool if-
Flappy Drum Drum.
Flappy drum drum. It'd be cool if they did, but I think just
What song's this on?
I can't remember. I'll get it up. And it's on. It is
Moth.
on. It's off.
It's
Hold
on.
on.
Moth.
I'll find out for you. I'll find
Moth.
out for you. It's on Moth. There you go.
Brilliant.
Guys, it's on
There you
bar.
That was really well done.
Thank you.
I think the production, like for it to be actual flappy pipes, it just sounds too clean for it to be proper flappy pipes. But I still think the production was really good. Just the little bits, the distortion that they put on certain parts, just all sounds really good. His voice is amazing. I really like Swedish singers now. Who's that guy who was like went
Zara Larsson.
viral?
Vici.
No. He was like a YouTube guy, and he was Swedish as well.
PewDiePie.
No. And he had a really good voice too, and he does a lot
Is
of
he
like.
still the
vocal
most
reacts.
subscribed to?
No, it's T-Series now.
No. As in like proper YouTuber, that like.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Are you
Hold on,
calling
there
them
is Mr.
not a proper YouTuber?
No, but they're a company, aren't they? That's like saying like.
Yeah,
I
they
host
are a
Revo.
real company.
Yeah, but PewDiePie's a company.
Is Machinima still a thing?
No, that hasn't been a thing for a long time.
Sorry.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, well, we'll hard cut.
Hello? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Thank you very much. No, it's been demolished. Thank you very much. Cheers, bye.
Sorry, I was just talking
Mummy?
about your mother's book.
I said hello, like I was confused that he rang, and then realised, hang on, I'm at work.
I
was like,
Who is this?
Usually,
why are
I'm
you
just
bothering
like,
me?
See
Who
you
are
later,
you?
bye. And then I was like, hello.
Imagine we'll answer.
And he
and
was
go,
like,
this is clearly a scam. Will you stop calling this number?
I've asked you to block me.
How have they got through the work line?
I'm not giving you my credit card number.
I don't believe that you're a Nigerian prince, alright?
Swedish singers are amazing. This guy was awesome. I really liked how it was like everything sounded big, everything was like hard hitting. It was lovely. I really liked it. And
Wow.
I feel like every chorus was hooky. There wasn't a chorus that didn't have a good hook. However, there was one song that just didn't sit right with me, but had an amazing chorus, and it was my worst song.
So
That song was Heaven.
Oh.
And the reason Heaven is my least favourite, even though it has a banging chorus, was like, and I know he did it on purpose, but he was like trying to fit like too many syllables into the verses. I don't know if you guys hooked onto that, but he was like doing like a that was the worst possible reincarnation of what I could do.
That bit.
Yeah.
No, sorry, you're thinking of beep, boop, boop, bop, bop.
No, I was thinking of ba 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 da da da. That bit.
I can see what you say, actually. Like, some words, it feels like the word has too many syllables in it.
Yeah, and that is the pure reason this is my least favourite. I don't think there was one song on the album that was like a nothing song except for the interlude, which just has no reason to be there.
It's very nice and deserved to be a song itself.
It was nice. If it
wish
was
it
a
was
full
longer.
song,
I wish
if it
it
was a
was
full
longer.
song, it would probably be up there on my top 3.
I'd agree.
But it
That
was
was an interlude?
Summer's basically
It's what,
an
sorry?
interlude.
yeah, it's like 1 minute long.
Summer's like a bit of an interlude song, but
I don't even notice.
Yeah, legit, I didn't.
it's a
I was-
minute long.
For a
didn't
second
notice.
there, my heart skipped and I was like, fuck, I've listened to the wrong album.
When Joe said Heaven, I thought he was listening to the wrong album. I forget that that's even on this album.
That's even on the album. But yeah, I think all the songs are great. Actually, to be honest, I had a couple of these songs in my go-to playlist before. None of those songs, except for the first, for the favourite, actually are in my
Top 3.
top 3. Yeah, all new songs, and I don't know whether that's because I've heard the other ones a lot, or whether I've just started really liking these new ones more. I felt like the album had a habit of getting old very quick. I feel like once you listen to the song quite a lot of time, they become a kind of a bit skippable. Like when you have a break from them and listen to them again, you're like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. But then like after a couple of listens, you're kind of just like, oh yeah, this again.
It's not helped by
it's 'cause
us
of the-
having a big break of this album.
Yeah, because then you listen to the album quite a lot.
Yeah.
But in a way, I think it benefited because when we started, I listened to the album quite a lot, took a break, got bored of it, took a break, and then when I came back to it, I loved it even more.
That's kind of like our relationship as well.
Yeah, you just hate me the
No,
more you
but-
the more you spend time with me.
Too much of anything
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah,
And that is
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
that's not true, Will. I could have you all day.
Too much of me wouldn't be great, and that's really weird.
No, because you're cleaning everything.
Huh?
Because you just OCD. It's brilliant. You just clean
You're
everything.
saying that? Sorry, you're saying Holly.
That's
doesn't
not
clean?
true.
No. That's
What are you
wonderful.
saying, Deborah?
She's wonderful.
I'm saying it's not true.
It's not true.
Is it not?
I do what I can, but you get bored of cleaning. It's fucking so boring.
I don't think either of us were like unclean, but then we weren't like over
Excessive.
clean.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we weren't like
One
cleaning
of
all the
you
time,
threw up in their shoes.
It was on my door mainly.
That was amazing.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were here,
My
Joe.
sick is still embedded in that door.
Remember when Denver fell asleep and I on Discord and I went through to his room, looked in the webcam at you all, and leaned over his shoulder,
Oh yeah.
and then all of a sudden he shut up like this.
Yeah, I do remember.
The next thing he ran out of the room and didn't make it.
Yeah, because I remember exactly what it was. I woke up and I still had some of my like gin and tonic left, and Kieran was like, down it. So I'm like, all right, down it. Like, this is a bad idea.
I missed the lockdown drinking CS:GO nights. They were good.
We drank so much in lockdown. Though.
Oh
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we definitely did.
I missed the quizzes.
What I don't miss is
Quizzes
the
are
Sunday
it twice.
mornings.
Fuck the quiz.
No, we did like 4 quizzes, Denver.
We-
Everyone
we
did a
did.
quiz.
We
Not
did
true.
not.
You know what I
No,
think?
No.
I did one.
Yep.
Denver did one.
And I did one.
Yep.
I did
And
one.
that, and that was it. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Joe did
Probably
do
sure I
one.
did.
Joe did do one.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't.
Me and Holly worked on it together.
He definitely did, yeah.
Oh, is that?
Did.
I don't know if I didn't do
yeah.
2.
No.
No.
Anyway,
There's definitely
I don't remember doing. I don't remember. Doing a
I'm still
single
waiting
quiz.
for Michael's quiz.
I'm sure he'll get round to it. Just like he'll get round to
I mean, he's not busy, is he?
making the
He's playing Elden Ring.
Gmod server and
Ugh.
just doing anything really.
my third favourite
I
was
can relate.
my third favourite was Maniacs. Despite having a first weird 3 seconds of the song, it soon picks up and becomes fucking awesome. Catchy chorus, great lyrics, just catchy. Reminds me a bit of Home Team. Definitely
song was
feeds
that?
a bit of a Home Team itch. Maniacs. Has a weird first 3 seconds,
He does.
and then it's in, and it's great. My second favourite was
Go on.
Enough.
Okay.
Was you waiting for a
I
drum roll?
had to look at my phone. No, I had to look at my phone. I can't remember that. It's one of those things where you just listen to the song in the car and you never see the names of the song, so you just know the song by hearing it, basically. Enough is another great song that I didn't particularly think was great the first time I listened to it, but then the more I appreciated the production and stuff of it, I just thought it was great. Another hard hitter. I'm loving it. However, we're talking about hard hitters, but we're taking it right down because my favourite was The Bell. And I don't think, this is going to sound so soft, but I don't think I've ever emotionally connected to a song more than this song.
Oh.
It's boring.
Fuck off.
Such a
I knew he was going to say that. I fucking knew he was going to say that. Right,
Oh, you
the
didn't find it
lyrics.
boring.
The lyrics are fucking beautiful. They're just pure. They're so nice. And then he goes into his little singing in his own language thing, which is just cute. It's
It
just
is, and it
nice.
sounds really nice.
Like a nice homage to his own
That's why
country.
Denver doesn't like it. He hates foreigners.
Yeah, being a Tory. I just
He
thought
smiled, but he didn't deny it.
the lyrics are amazing. It's catchy. It's meaningful. I love it. Definitely love it. That is my album review. Yes.
I'm glad you liked it, Joe. Because
I didn't!
I also loved it, and I've loved
Awesome.
it for a long while. They're probably my favourite, in terms of coming. I feel like everyone finds a new artist every year that stands out to them.
Sorry, are you doing your review now, or?
Yeah, he's just finished his.
You're the last, mate.
I could tell if you were just saying something.
Point. I was about to go.
You know what? I loved it because his segue was so confident. He was like, "It's me time."
I was so convinced it was me. I don't know why. I'm all out of sync.
I was letting you go with it at first. I thought maybe you were just gonna make like a little point before I started.
Even when you said, "Sorry, is this your review?" I was like, "Well, yeah, Joe's finished. Of course, it's my review." I was like, "What? The audacity of this man!"
I'm not even joking. For a second there, I just thought Deborah was being really fucking rude. I was like, wow, what a dick. I was like, oh, no, yeah.
What? Fuck's sake! I apologise. Fuck! I forgot it's me last.
It's alright, we can skip Will's.
How?
We know he likes
I feel like
it,
I've
so we
never
can
done
skip
that in however many reviews I've done.
That's really funny. Holy shit.
Fuck's sake.
But that was the thing. I was so willing to just like fucking
Slip it.
lynch mob Denver. I was like, yeah, like, just being a dick. It's like, fuck this guy. Come on, we'll keep going. But no. Whose review actually is it?
It's
mine.
It's yours.
Fuck's sake.
That's why I was asking if you were doing your review on it. I was confused on what was going on.
I was about to tell you it all, so yeah, go on. Sorry.
Normandie. This album. Why does my fucking thing keep flickering out? This album, I really enjoyed it. I think it was tricky in the sense that because I liked it almost from the get-go, I had no problem constantly going back to it. But then it had this problem of like this numbing effect where I couldn't tell if I really enjoyed it or not. Or like I was getting tired of it. It was a similar thing with the Nickelback album actually, because I listened to that one a lot as well. And honestly, I struggled to think what I thought of the album until I was trying to pick my top three, where I was like, shit, there's only like three songs in this album that I liked less, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Like, there was only 3 songs that I definitely knew weren't in my top 3.
3?
The rest of them were like, oh, honestly, it could be another day and I would change up what was in the top 3. And I was like, God, I must really like this album, considering all the songs on their own I really liked. I think it almost suffered from the point of all the songs I liked for very similar reasons on the same album made the album a bit samey. It was like full of bangers, but not a variety
Full of
within
bangers,
the bangers.
not mash.
Like, it's kind of like, ooh, bangers and mash. I like it, but if you just replace the mash with more sausages, like, yes, I like sausages, but just more of them isn't necessarily a better meal. Hence why this necessarily isn't a better album because of it. It's like it needed songs that were really good for a different reason, whereas I feel like all the good songs of this album were good for the same reason.
Yeah, I completely disagree. Not necessarily in any regards to the album, just that more sausages don't constitute a meal. I like calling them meat chips, and I will have them with everything.
Nice.
Meat chips.
Yeah, so you got pizza and chips, but they're not chips, they're meat. Side note, one time we went to Weatherspoons, and because they actually said they were out of chips, I ordered chicken strips as chips, and then chips came anyway. So what did I do? I sent the plate back. No, I didn't. I ate all of it. Of course I did. Meat chips for life. I stand by meat chips. No one can stop me.
I love a meat chip bun.
Yeah, I fucking love meat chip buns. And meat flaps.
What?
That's bacon.
Oh, that's gross.
No, not a fan.
Oh, it's the time of the review where my dogs fucking go off on one.
I would say that in terms of the variety thing, I don't think it's as similar. I would agree in what you mean. I agree with what you say that you like the songs for like in. Hang on, how do I word this? I've completely
I
fucked
agree
this.
that you
For all
like
the same
I
reasons.
agree that you like the
Liking the
thing that you do.
Because I like music.
I agree with you in that you like the songs for the same reason as you like a different song on the album, but I do think there's definitely variety in there, and with the instruments and the way that it's sang and the different verses, and there's 2 slower songs within the album. Compare this, especially like because we did the Valiant Hearts album. Was that like 2 albums ago? That to me
Yeah.
showed like true fucking like every song has the same style. I still liked it, but that this I feel has more variety than that in terms of the way
I
it's
think-
sang and the way
I
the
think-
instruments are played and stuff.
I think, yeah, I agree. I think the production keeps it fresh as well. Just like the different little elements that they bring in different songs. It's not just raw
I think
instruments, you know?
It does have variety, but like I say, I think. But everything I liked about the album was for the same reason. As such,
Yeah.
I don't think any of the variety bits they did. I liked that variety. Maybe I was just being polarizing. Like I like this and nothing
You know what,
else.
Dan? Maybe it just didn't sound good on your speakers.
Maybe.
It's not wrong.
Mm.
Oh,
No, I
But-
agree with you in a sense. I do think that
I think,
you like them for the same reason.
Definitely.
and I like the change ups they did in there. They could probably have done with another one, maybe, just to change the tone a little bit. But I think also the ordering was good enough to the point where I think the start of the album and the end of the album is definitely the best song. So when you think about the album, it always starts well and it always ends really well. Not that there's ever really that much of a drop off. I wouldn't say like the songs in the middle are shit, because they're not. But just personally, when I was eventually picking my top three, it was always between songs at the end and songs at the beginning. The middle ones, while I liked some of them, they were never like, oh, this is definitely my favourite.
And it's weird because all my top three were all in the middle.
Oh.
Well, enough isn't in the middle.
Well, it kind of is, isn't it? It's not the start.
I don't know, it's closer to the start than the middle.
he's not wrong. It's also not the end.
So,
In
It's
fact,
like middle.
intelligent people would probably call it the third song.
There's 12 songs, so surely just the start. The first 3 songs is the start. Oh no. The first 4 songs are the start. The middle 4 it works in 4s.
Well,
Yeah?
we just shut the fuck up.
I'm
man.
trying to.
12 divided by 4.
I really can't put words together today.
It all depends on what personality you are. Are you a glass half full, glass half empty, or is that just a number on a board?
depends if you're filling or emptying the glass.
Like, we've said this before many a times. Like, Will is a glass half full.
I'm a half pint glass.
Yeah, Joe is also...
Half pint glass.
I don't...
I'm a half pint glass. I like the idea of just saying,
I'm a prosecco.
I'm a glass half pint kind of guy.
I'm more of a mega pint kind of guy, personally.
Nice reference.
Marva, just get me the bucket.
Get me the bucket.
The bucket.
The bucket full
Should
of
be a new rapid
we
name.
got you the Guinness, really? Oh, wow, that's amazing. Did you bring it in a keg? No, we brought it in bucket. Just off of the van. They open up the back of it, it's all just like splashed. Oh no! Heard that bucket's doing a really good way of transporting all this Guinness. Local family die on highway after spillage of Guinness.
Guinness.
What a way
Not
to
an oil
die.
spillage. It's a Guinness spillage.
But I generally find anything difficult for anything bad to say on the album.
Good.
My least favourite was Don't Need You. I still thought it was a good song. I think it was
The
just the
verses
weakest of the upbeat songs. The verses were...
I was going to say the verses were quite lacking, but I liked the chorus.
Yeah, I think all the songs had good choruses, really. And I could have gone for the obvious, like, picking the slower songs, but I still thought the slower songs were good, and I think they needed it for their variety, so I couldn't really say that was my least favourite. Third favourite was Fever.
Nice.
I mean,
It's a good song.
I didn't write anything, but that's because a lot of the songs I just liked for the same reason, and that I just really enjoyed listening to them. And they had nice choruses.
You know, I had a feeling Fever was going to be one of your favourites because of that. Nah! bit in it. And I know you like songs that go nah! At the start
Just
of the
big
choruses.
moments.
Yeah. Big moments.
Well, funny enough, you say that. There's one song that does it even more so.
Yeah.
And that one's my favourite. But second favourite, Enough. Again,
Enough
it's
is
really
a great
good.
song.
And my favourite was Heaven.
Oh my god, what a plot twist.
Heaven?
What a plot twist. Does have a great
Because I just
chorus.
loved that chorus start where it just bangs. And I literally ignore every other part of the song because I look forward to that moment so much. And I love it. And I think it's a fantastic end to the album. If not probably one of the best ever ending album songs. Even though not because it feels like an outro at all, because it doesn't. It just feels like another song. But just because it's on the end of the album. I think it's brilliant, that song. I really enjoy it. So it always... It's an album which, when it ends, because it ends so well and starts so well, I'm always like, oh yeah, stick it on again. I listen to the first few songs again. I'm like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. And then it kind of drops off again. And then it always builds you back up at the end. And I want to go again. So it has this quite unique thing of me just wanting to just
nice
put it on repeat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paced well.
It is. It is paced well.
That's what my grandpa has in his heart. Pace well.
So again, really enjoyed it. So I think when you were saying about whether it was the right Normandie album to pick, I'm glad you did pick this one, because this is probably the one, when I've briefly looked at the Normandie albums, the one I've listened to the least. So
Yeah, same.
it kind of felt freshest to me.
How did it compare for you?
I don't know. I've not listened. When I say I've listened to the other ones, I've maybe listened to them once or twice. Whereas this I've probably listened to 10 plus times now. So I would have to do the same to the others to really gauge. But I really enjoyed it. So
I was not expecting the amount of love we've had so far. So I mean, I'm quite enjoying
I know,
myself.
it's nice love.
It's nice
love.
to. I know I didn't pick it, but
well, you picked it for
I
Jack.
feel like I picked it, and it feels nice
Emotionally, it's
to.
a well pick.
I put it in Joe's mind about 2 months ago when I forced him to listen to it. So I picked it 2
that's
months
Weird,
ago.
because he's still not done the thing that I put in his mind 3 months ago.
What's that?
Bomb the orphanage.
How do you know I've not done it?
Destroy them. Kill them all! What are they going to do? Tell their parents!
Fucking not.
Okay.
I'm in Spain without the S.
Who? What's that? Oh, that was a
Will
Gollum
just
impression.
got that.
What's that? What, Joe?
Is it my...
I just realised it was a Gollum impression. I was trying to work out who it was.
Oh, for
It sort
fuck's
of was.
sake!
It was a bit more throaty. I feel like I could do a better Gollum if I wanted.
Go
I
on.
thought it was good. It was a good Gollum.
Nasty little hobbitses.
Oh, so good.
Name it Texan now. Shit! Goddamn! Homer's getting clapped.
Yeah, why did it change? Really changed.
Can you say your hairline is clapped, but Gollum?
Homie. Man, that hairline is whack.
What the fuck is happening?
It's Kermit. His gear,
Kermit.
whack. His shoes, whack. The way that he talks, whack.
I feel like I'm in a fever
I'm
dream.
tired as fuck.
Oh,
It's a
so
meme,
good.
don't worry about it.
It's
Is
so
it
good.
my review?
It is.
The fever dream continues then, boys, because even though it's got literally nothing to do with this album or artist, recently I've been looking into cockney rhyming slang. Because it's possibly one of the worst ideas anyone has had since combining ammonia and bleach. So I thought I would bring you guys up to speed with some CRS, that's what we call it in the business, in the form of a review. Alright, you guys ready? Because this is going to be a real Jackanory.
I'm ready.
Fuck's sake. Yes, go on.
I'll start my rabbit and pork by saying that this album's Tom and Dick. Even if I was Mutt and Jeff and Daffer Down Dilly, I Adam and Eve, that I'd still like Normandie. Your North and South is telling a pork pie if you don't like these songs, and you're just brown bread Pete Tong. I may have Farmer Giles from sitting on my Khyber Pass, but you're in Barney Rubblehampton Wick. So why don't you get in your jam jar and head off down the Frog and Toad before I get a Duke of York and stab your cobbler stalls.
I'm so fucking lost. I feel like I started to
so
understand it.
confused.
I still don't know if you like the album.
No, I have no idea. But it started off, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of getting this, and it just went on a completely different
Where did it
fucking
go?
track.
What part of it didn't you get?
I don't know. After Adam and Eve,
The bit when you
honestly.
said Pete Tong.
Pete Tong? You're just brown bread Pete Tong.
After Adam and Eve.
It sounded
I was
like you said you really liked it, and then it sounded like you said you thought it was brown bread.
So it's pretty good.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
But it all just sort of mashes together for me, like 10 minutes after you get new Play-Doh for your kid.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have very little complaints. Because of this, my top 3 are basically just the singles, though. So, I don't know, shrugging emoji, hashtag, life's shit. And now I'm going to completely contradict that by telling you what my worst is. My worst is Ecstasy.
Really?
I like Texas.
Just kind of whiny, but no means a bad song. If anything, it's got more personality than other songs on the album. So some may say, why didn't I pick one of the other songs
so
instead?
why was it the worst? Yeah.
Drugs.
Third favourite for me was White Flag. Because of solar radiation, the American flag that was planted on the moon is now white, making it French territory. Second favourite, Keep Fucking It Up.
Yes.
Gets you pumped, just high energy, nice song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big.
Fantastic.
And number
song.
1 is obviously The Bell, just honestly so great song, love it. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Overall, London people speak dumb, and if you don't like that, you can suck my pen and ink Jimmy Riddle.
It's really interesting that you chose to put Cockney slang in a Swedish band's fucking album review.
Album review, yeah.
I have no filter. Nothing that I say makes sense. I
No.
actually have all of the descriptions for all of the words written down, in case you wanted to know.
I would like to know, please. Can you quiz us and we can guess it?
Alright, so obviously the first one, that'll be a real Jackanory.
That's a proper shock to the system.
Anyone else?
I don't know that one.
A Jackanory is a story.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck's sake.
I'll start my rabbit and pork.
Start down the rabbit hole.
Joe, you do not understand Cockney rhyme.
So
It's normally just the last word is normally the rhyme that leads to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Denver just doesn't care. Look at him. He does not. He couldn't give less of a fuck. He doesn't even listen during my reviews because he knows that they might have an ounce of comedy in them and he hates it. Fuck that. Fuck that. No funny.
You say rabbit and pork.
Yeah.
Fuck it and
I'm
snort.
No, you're thinking way
I'm
too
gonna
much
open.
into
I know, I am.
I'm
I'm
gonna
joking.
open the cork on the bowl.
No,
Rabbit and pork is just the word.
Give me a
talk.
fork.
It's just
Oh,
talk.
fork. Oh,
It's just
talk.
talk. That's it.
Just the talk.
I'll start my talk by saying this album's Tom and Dick.
shit.
It's sick.
Sick.
Is
So,
that is Tom and Dick
literally-
really Cockney for
Yeah,
sick?
Tom and Dick is Cockney rhyming slang for sick. So the beginning sentence was, I'll start my rabbit and pork by saying this album's Tom and Dick. Or, I'll start my talk by saying this album's sick.
Hmm. Nice.
That's
See?
cool.
We're not going through the rest of this. I'll tell you after the review.
I know one of them
Yeah.
though. Oh.
Which one? What, Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
Which one is that one then?
I believe it.
It is, I believe.
Yeah, because
No
people say
way.
I can't Adam and Eve it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
No way.
One of my favourite ones I put in there was Barney Rubblehampton Wick.
Stick.
They are two separate ones.
Oh.
But you're in Barney Rubblehampton Wick.
But you're in trouble in Terrorist Town now.
Man, close, Joe.
Was Joe actually close? Because I was ready to punch him in the throat.
The first word is trouble.
Yeah!
Barney Rubble is trouble. And Hampton Wick is prick.
You're in trouble now, prick.
But you're in trouble, prick.
I feel like it's an entirely different fucking language. How do they remember this shit? It's just more effort to say a simple word.
Literally, that's what's so funny about it to me. Is like they replace it a one-syllable word for like 7.
Literally.
Like they're just like, let's make it
How's
even
it any
longer.
better?
It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Our
Your
word.
north and south is telling a right pork pie. Your mouth is telling a lie.
Literally, it's stupid. We have a guy at our work who's like as Irish as it comes, but he was a Met police officer in London. So he's like an Irish guy who always says these fucking cockney like things. So he says like jockeys whips, chips, and fucking like that. It's just stupid. And half the time I don't know what the fuck he's saying because it's Irish and saying cockney slang. So it's like I don't know what the fuck he's on about. And I'm just like,
he knows all of the Swedish part to the bell.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's nuts. Tying it back in.
Sings it just as beautiful.
Would you like to do your review?
Yeah. So
are you doing your review?
Is it? I'm so scared now that it's not my turn, even though it could be anyone else.
Now your turn.
But you.
Does anyone else want another go? Just before I go again.
Want another go?
Round 2.
I'll go. I can't remember what I was saying. I think I was saying about it being. Oh yeah, every year I feel like everyone finds one particular artist that they kind of come out of and they're like, you know what, I found this artist this year. They've been my favourite. And that was last year for me with Normandie. Like, just I can't remember actually how I found them. It's probably just some random daily Spotify thing. But ever since then, I've just been completely obsessed with them. Forced them down your throats, and it's proved worthy. So I'm quite happy about that. And can also say, as I do in classic Will Davey way, they're very good live.
Yeah.
I would like to see them on a proper concert. I tried to get tickets for that, but failed miserably because they are only a small band and they only did tiny venues, and I missed it. But we still got to see them at Slam Dunk Denver, and they were very good. I thought for a small band.
How many listeners do they get?
I don't know. They've got bigger and bigger every year, though.
It's always more than Don Broco.
Every
band we look at is always more than Don Broco.
I find that crazy because I feel like Don Broco are massive, but maybe
yeah, but they always sell out their like tours and stuff easily, and maybe it's just their fan base is so like
hardcore.
They just they're more solid fans, I guess.
Oh no, Don Broco are now just shy of 500,000. No, Don Broco.
Oh no, they got more.
Gone up.
It was probably.
Oh, they got shit now. They're mainstream.
It's probably because they released a single called Fingernails. Has anyone else heard that?
Oh, Don Broco has.
No.
Yeah, it's got a picture of a dinosaur.
Yeah, it came out. I don't know when it came out.
This year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've not heard of this.
I did not know that at all.
Tell you what, put album review on hold for 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Let's have a
It
quick
came
listen.
out April 25th.
Are we actually putting it on pause? Is that what's happening?
No. Manchester Reds number 1, Super 1. Fuck. Go on.
I just, like going to a gig where you can't ever hear them sing for the whole gig. Cause
It's just because
so
the fans are so passionate. That's why we were singing over them on the songs that I knew.
That was such a fucking good show, though. Poor Kieran.
Rest in peace, Kieran.
Well, rest in peace, Kieran's watch.
Literally, fucking hell. Yeah, so I feel like I've been obsessed with them ever since. They're definitely the favourite thing musically that came out last year for me. This, for me, is their best album, just because it's the newer album was a bit more heavier. Still has great songs in it. It's still a very good album, and even better produced than this, which is saying something because this is incredibly produced. But
I don't think the production was like noteworthy. It was just fine.
It's very good for a
I
small
didn't think
band.
it was anything.
No, I mean, if it's got good production, normally you just don't notice it.
Yeah.
Often, the only thing that determines production is how bad it sounds. You're like, oh, fuck, that's not very well produced.
No, that's not true. I feel like you can tell
disagree.
massively on some albums when it's been
Nah,
done
I
really
mean,
well.
it's way. What I'm saying is, it's way easier to spot when something is terribly
It
produced
is,
as opposed
yes.
to something that's really well produced, because you expect music to be a really high standard nowadays.
Because often the really well produced stuff is when they've like got subtle instruments, almost like another whole like melody going on.
Yeah, which is why
with
I
other
was saying
instruments
about
in the
this.
background.
That's why I said this is really well
No,
produced.
sorry, Joe, I don't.
Because the flappy drums.
Does it
The
doesn't
flappy
make any sense.
drums, the bow wow wow wow. bit.
You see, that's not subtle. That's obvious.
That's literally the lead line.
But there is a lot of
Beginning of that
subtleties in there.
And what about like when they have like the subtleties that when someone mentions to you and you hear it back, you can hear them. I say I wasn't ever really listening for them in this album.
If you've got like a crazy amount of instruments as well, and they're all put together without one of them like overpowering or overlapping or just sounding horrible with another one, that's where you can tell the production's really good. But again, this didn't really need that because there wasn't that many instruments. It was just
The guitars were just overpowering.
It do be what it be.
But they all had something like different or weird in it, like an interesting intro. Even if I didn't know what the fuck they were, like there was always something like kind of weird that they'd put in to each song, which I thought was quite cool. Which would
it's like me when I give out Halloween sweets. Like sometimes I put razor blades in there, or like
you never know.
Small baggie of ketamine and call it sherbet.
Makes it more exciting.
Just for reference, I've only got 671 hours of recording space, so if we could just move it along.
Devil, we've done that joke once.
We have. We can't repeat these jokes.
We can't make the same joke again.
We can.
Tesco Mobile.
I only heard it 2 days ago because of editing the old album review as well.
Oh shit! Well, I was gonna say, was it not that long ago?
It was like 3 album reviews ago as well. I'm sure I only heard this yesterday.
Fuck it out.
No, great album, really well written. Again, I still think it's really well produced. I think for only 3 guys in the band as well, they do a good job of making everything sound big and full. I think the singer's really good, and as I've said before, he was good in Valiant Heart. He actually does his own solo stuff with some DJs.
Hey, what? It's the same guy.
No, he was. If you remember, he
one of the
featured.
singers.
He featured in Valiant Hearts.
On one
Oh,
of the
right,
songs.
okay. I thought you meant like Valiant Hearts and Normandie had the same lead singer.
No, but I thought it's very good. I just think vocally he's really good, and seems very wholesome.
I don't want to hard cut you off again. Just a tiny little note. Listen to Fingernails. Not all that impressed. It's okay. 4 minutes 5 seconds.
If it's like anything else Don Broker has done recently, it grows on.
It's weird. It's yeah. Carry on. Sorry.
They were at Download Festival.
Who? Oh, Normandie. Yeah, they were. They were at Download.
When are they going to Upload Festival?
Upload's always slower.
Yeah,
Going
I
down, but it got
understand that. I wonder what the ping's like.
When is Ping Festival coming?
What is a Ping Festival? Ping Fest.
Are we just being racist? It's just like the biggest festival in China.
That's racist to even think that it's there.
Where else is it going to be?
Ping Festival in Helsinki.
I knew it!
Oh my god, it's got Casey Neistat on the cover. Ping Festival. It's a digital marketing event in Europe.
There's nothing.
What? Oh, ping like a message ping, so digital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Will was obsessed with Casey Neistat?
I still am. I still
do.
think he's incredible.
It's just
the
got loads
glasses
of.
and had them all, like, sanded and shit. Like,
Okay, so it says the awesome features at Ping. They've got 60 plus speakers, 250 plus top influencers.
Oh, sorry, you meant speakers as in like people going up and talking. I thought you meant around the whole venue. Yeah, I did. And I was like,
I did, yeah.
bit quiet in here. Yeah, they're miles off.
Unlimited free hugs.
Is that actually what it says?
That is actually what it says.
Doesn't sound very COVID safe.
No, not at
No.
all.
And I've just had COVID.
I don't know if this festival. Oh, by the way, though, Ping Festival happened in 2018. It's not an annual thing. It happened once,
Oh.
but it's got a website.
Yeah, that would
can
maybe
we
that
book
started the
tickets?
coronavirus with the
Can
hugging.
we
Maybe.
book tickets?
Can we sneak in like we did at Yogscast? Yogscon.
Yogscast come.
Accidentally.
Well, we didn't sneak in. We
It was
just got
accidental.
That was ridiculous.
Joe makes it sound like it's like a hitman mission. We walked in
walked
the
in
fucking
Literally just
door.
walked in and they just let us in.
And they were like, yeah.
I can't believe they
We were there so early. They thought we were staff. Like that's all they was.
We could have easily just gone and helped them. We should have done.
If I was a more confident person, yeah, I would have just been like, "Excuse me, where do I get my cool Yogscast team shirt.
Yeah, we could have just been like, sorry, I haven't been given my
My
lanyard.
shirt, yeah.
Just fucking go in the back and.
Oh, and then when the actual festival starts,
I like the idea that
we
you
just
guys are
switch
doing
back.
that, and then you turn around and I'm choking like a woman out, and then I come out dressed in hair top, but it's really hot. I'm like, Yogscast team reporting for duty. Shannon, you look really weird.
What happened to Shannon?
when did you get a beard?
What happened to Shannon? She's like 3 foot taller and hairy and fat. It is I, Shannon. May I help you put out the chairs?
What happened to Shannon?
No, Shannon, you're on tech. Everyone knows you're on tech. Ah, of course. And I walk out. I do the Hitman thing, like Lewis is there or some shit. And he's like, "Oh, have you tried the Volabonts or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yes, they're to die for."
The most robotic responses.
Start cutting his hair. It's going to be a close shave. I can tell you, no one will see you looking like this again.
So, what was your least favourite, Will?
Oh yeah. So my least favourite was. Just let me. I've been talking for so long. My iPad just closed. Don't Need You. I don't.
Okay, yeah, but what's your least favourite? I understand I don't bring a lot to the group, but like it's a bit hurtful to say that in album.
I Don't Need You.
What?
I don't need you. Any of you.
You'll be hearing from Shannon's lawyer.
Actually, it's just Don't Need You.
Don't Need You.
Actually, it's open parentheses, don't
right.
close
You're
parentheses,
so right.
need you.
Space need, space you.
I didn't dislike any of the songs on the album, and I feel like they're all of a very similar level of being just great. I found it very difficult to even pick one because literally the only thing that like kind of swayed me to pick this is because of the slightly more boring verses to any other verse in the album. But I think the chorus is really nice, and I literally just. I feel quite bad putting it as a worst, but you have to pick a worst, and I didn't really have one, so that's all I could do. But in terms of the being drops off in the album, I thought it was solid throughout. I never, I didn't think there was a midpoint because I liked a lot in the mid, and I liked a lot at the start, and I liked it at the end. To me, it was just the pacing was perfect, and but it would have been hard to get the pacing wrong because all the songs are good anyway. So it's hard. But I feel like in terms of the variety, they paced it well. Putting like an acoustic in like the middle, let's say acoustic, kind of acoustic, and 3/4 of the way through, to finish it off with 2 bangers that just leave it finishing as a great album. Third was the top 3. I feel like the top 2 were very solid for me, but the third was incredibly hard to pick again because of all the songs being solid and being of a very similar level. But I went with Dead.
Dead's a good song.
It's very good.
I really like Dead.
I would say the closest to being third with it would be Enough and White Flag.
Yeah.
Probably the only reason I kind of chose this over them is because I've heard White Flag and Enough so many times. Because White Flag is an insanely good song.
Yeah.
I think I just heard that so many times, and that it kind of swayed it down for me. So it was just listening to it for the final review. I was like, do you know what? I think this is kind of where I'm at with the album now after listening to it a million times. So Dead was up there. I can't remember. Did any of you pick Dead? I can't remember if you did or not. No,
it is a great song though.
We've all got quite different picks in general, to be fair.
It always shows how good an album is when we've all got different top 3s.
Yes.
Or how bad. It's
or how bad
space.
it's
Massive.
Yeah.
Second for me was The Bell.
Nice.
I think it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous song. It splits the album up insanely well. The lyrics on it are amazing. The first time I heard it, it made me very emotional, and I still think it speaks volumes now. I think the way he changes to his own language as well is very nice and very moving. The way he sings it, it's just silky, and just I love that song so much. It's one of my favorite slower songs that I've heard in a long while.
Yeah.
To the point where I would gladly have it as a wedding song. Personally,
That'd be cute.
I think it's a very nice last dance song. It's very nice.
Last Dance.
Last dance.
Before murder.
Ever.
You mean first dance?
First dance.
This is the last dance.
First dance. I'm all over the
Believe
place
me,
today.
The
I'm
dance
sorry.
will be to die for.
I love that song so much, but it was very close to being my first, I think. But purely just based on listenability for any mood, it had to be "Keep Fucking It Up." That is by far the song I go back to the most on this album in terms of loving it, and it's almost just for one line in the song that's repeated that just stays with me all the time, and I no song has the same effect on me that Normandie does than that song. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it. It's
keep fucking it up.
No, I've been here before. That line.
It's weird, right? I would say I was surprised when Aidan picked it as well, because that was the borderline nearly my least favorite.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that song. It's been my favorite.
Ironically, and paralleling that, Heaven was nearly my least favorite. So maybe you should shut your fucking mouth, right? Shit.
Keep fucking it up. I think it's pretty sure it's the first song I showed both Aidan and Joe when I showed.
Probably was, but I just remember for some reason being so against you showing me Normandie.
I don't know why.
You, Joe?
I don't know, and then it took.
I feel like we have a right to be against you when you show us stuff.
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
show a lot of shit.
Maybe it's a hidden resentment, and it was when it really clicked when we were on our way back from Unbroken.
And you did the stupid fucking woo.
I did the woo.
I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Whereas I think I'd
That's when Normandie
showed
really clicked.
Denver the newer album stuff, and you'd already heard one of the songs. I think it was Babylon, maybe Denver. I can't remember.
Yes, because it came up in one of the fucking
Daily
what's
mixes.
the Discovery playlists.
Yeah, Discovery playlist. But yeah, so that's I can't really honestly fault the album. It's fantastic and probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Weirdly,
Wow.
just because of how perfect it is, and it's everything I kind of like about whatever. I feel like it's not pop punk. It's like that weird in between of pop punk and metal.
It's like alternate rock.
Alternate rock. It's like that perfect mix that I just like, that fits with what I like. I think it's great. I love it. It's not too heavy. It's not too poppy. It's that perfect middle ground with great writing and great everything. So I like Benne. So yeah.
Yes.
Would you say they're Sweden's best kept secret?
Yes, I would say that actually.
What sort of tabloid fucking headline is that?
Rumi. That was the other Swedish singer that I was talking about. Anyone seen Rumi?
No idea.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds similar.
He did stuff with PewDiePie.
Yeah, he did. He did PewDiePie's song actually. The one where when he beat T-Series or T-Series beat him.
Well, so did it was him and Boy in a Band, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That whole fiasco thing went completely over my head. Like, I didn't care. And I remember Joe and Kieran being fucking obsessed with it. Just like, oh, go subscribe to PewDiePie, beat T-Series. And I'm like, you're like 20 years old. Grow the fuck up.
Are all those YouTube channels?
It was really entertaining, in fairness.
Are all those YouTube channels still up? You know, the ones that have like the live counters. PewDiePie versus T-Series. Is it still?
Maybe. I don't know.
They probably are, but they've far surpassed him now. People are only subbing to him just to help him. Like, people don't really like. He doesn't get the views to how much subs he was
It was
getting.
just the meme.
It really was the meme.
Well, there's not the same as before with the verses, but somebody has got a channel which is just the live top 50 sub counts.
Right.
So number 1 is T-Series with 218 million.
Jesus Christ.
Then we got Coco Melon,
I had no idea.
Coco Melon.
137 million.
Yeah.
That's a
Set-
PewDiePie's not second.
Set India is
No,
third with 136 million.
Oh, it's all
Do you
gone
reckon it's
wrong.
law over there to subscribe to that, or just like, do you reckon they execute you by a cow?
India's population is just
Assumedly,
nuts,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
entirely sure.
So-
Yeah, but not everyone in India is going to be like, oh, I cannot wait to watch this. I nearly did a voice then, and I was like, maybe not.
There's some interesting ones of note though. So PewDiePie is
Consistently
4th
trash. Oh.
with 111 million, and then Mr. Beast is 5th
Yeah, he's massively
with
flying up.
97.
Do people still watch Mr. Beast videos?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he did a Willy Wonka video, which is awesome. That got like 70 million views.
That was a very good video. I only watch his
Very
occasional.
album.
He got Gordon Ramsay in it.
Right.
In fairness to him, he is like, the bigger he gets, he just makes his productions bigger.
Yeah, he says he just puts it all straight back into production every time.
Good for him.
The only thing is, it's not sustainable. As soon as he starts to drop off, he's gone, isn't he? Because then his
Yeah,
content
that's
will get worse, so then people will watch less of it. And
So the way he does all this and like he like does all this factory stuff and then gives like the winner of it 500 grand for winning the thing, and then at the end you're like, he's put a lot of money into the video. He's like, I bought 10 Teslas as well on this video. Buy them or win them with by buying my chocolate. He's now doing chocolate as well. He's got like a burger set
it's
up,
insane
and
how
now
he's
got
doing.
a chocolate company.
And he's not just Mr. Beast. His child collective is the most subscribed to, like, collective.
He has enough businesses outside of YouTube now to ever. If he dropped off, he'd be fine.
Yeah,
Beast Burger's
yeah.
massive now. You're like,
Yeah, it is, and there's a couple in the
So
UK
he's-
now as well.
yeah, when was in
I think
London?
it just shows you that like it's just money. If you pump enough money into something,
Well,
this whole thing is
he's
just
worked
money,
enough on
pumping
his
it back
brand,
into it.
hasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
he's had enough money to be able to approach people to be like, right, I've also wanted to do this. Can we do this? Rather than so many other people who've just kept with that one thing and
But the thing is,
Gone
he's just giving his money away. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Like, he's just literally making a living out of giving money away.
It doesn't
Like,
matter to him, does it?
money sells
He
money.
always wanted to.
Like,
he always wanted to just put money
like-
back into it.
Exactly. Like, I think he literally made his like first viral video because I think his mum gave him like $1,000. I could be wrong, but I think his mum gave him $1,000 for like graduating.
I love spurious Joe knowledge.
This could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like along the lines of the story. And he says, right, I'm going to use the $1,000 and just go give it to a homeless person, and make
no.
it,
So
make
the
it go
homeless
viral.
one is a different story.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure he got
so he
famous
used-
off of just counting on a video for.
I was going to say he
ridiculous
originally
amount.
built his initial traction off just doing like crazy like endurance things, like where he watched like Jake Paul's fucking music video for 24 hours
that's-
straight, and
Yeah. I remember now. I remember. Yeah.
where London is my city.
Yeah, that guy. England.
So that's how he built like up a little bit, and then he got a brand deal, which the brand were going to give him like $7,000 to promote something. Because at this point, I think he had like 50 or maybe 100,000 subscribers, something like that. It wasn't like small. He got like some traction from this. And then he spoke to the brand, and they gave him like $7,000, and he said, "If you give me 10, I'll give it all away."
Yeah.
And it was like, "Well, why can't you do it with 7?" And then apparently he said, "Well, 10 sounds better. Like it'll get
Yeah,
more views."
that was it,
And then he
yeah,
gave
yeah.
like $10,000, or it might have been $1,000, and they were going to give him 700 or something. Anyway, he gave that to a homeless person,
And that kind of
that's-
kicked off the giving
and that
away
kicked
money.
off the whole giving away money thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What a boring video. I gave all my money to somebody that has no money. Here you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
buy,
I just realised we're still in album review, aren't we?
We'll buy so much heroin.
So we probably cut all that out. Well,
Ratings.
No.
Still interesting.
Ratings.
I was just going to
Can
say
I
one other thing though.
Okay.
WWE is in the top 10 most subscribed to channels.
Hey.
Let's go, Dave Bautista.
Well, why?
He's there.
For fuck's sake.
89 million subs.
Because it's great, Will.
And because
Wrestling's
it's tailored
so
for kids,
cool.
isn't it? And kids watch YouTube.
What? It's tailored for kids? Guys? Wrestling's not real.
I saw
What
a
happened
wrestling.
when Undertaker died and then came back from the grave?
I saw wrestling live, and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It was a charity one, but it was some of the old stars. What are the
Yeah,
And it was
I remember
horrendous.
Famous.
I went to see a charity boxing match once, and the guy literally got like his nose bled within like 30 seconds. He lost in the first round.
What
It
a
was
fucking pussy.
so shit.
I bet this guy was a real loser.
Well, this guy also
Ratings.
raised a lot of money for charity, and that's what should be remembered, not the fact his fucking nose bled, you cunt.
How much did he raise for charity?
650.
Oh, nice.
They're still gonna die. I'm sorry, little Timmy. You could have had the treatment, but it was £601. And unfortunately, this guy got punched in the nose, and he's an absolute loser.
There
That
were
is
no
a joke for anyone
losers.
that's actually still listening now. I don't hate charity.
Aidan Wells hates charity.
Hates charity. You should have your own money. Anyway, I'm off to go get some benefits.
Just buy a house.
Why aren't you just buying a house?
Just buy a house.
So silly. That 600 quid will could have gone towards a house.
Like, this was like 4 years ago, and I'm still reminded
if
of
you-
my
Yeah,
nose
you're right.
bleed.
Inflation's crazy. That's like 10 grand now.
Have you ever thought if you didn't have your Netflix subscription, you might be able to afford a house now?
I hate that people keep saying that. I've seen it fucking everywhere.
It's because
such a
some
cunty
fucking
thing to say.
politician said it.
Yeah, some arsehole that's just like,
me
maybe
and-
if they didn't have their Netflix and their DoorDash.
Was
It's
he a
like,
Tory?
Sorry, mate, you're on 91 grand
Yeah.
a
Of course
year
he fucking
for
was.
sitting in a chair in
Fuck's
Parliament.
sake.
Me and the guys at work ran the numbers, and that you would have to not have Netflix for like 2,000 years to be able to like afford an average house, like with the money you've saved.
They're so fucking clueless. There's all this video.
It might be 200 years. Sorry, it was 200, I think. But
Because they asked Boris, didn't they, how much a pint of milk was or whatever, and he was like, I know how much champagne is. It's like, fuck you, you prick.
Telling the country that you're a bellend.
Literally,
Nice.
for fuck's sake. So, yeah, that is
While we're
funny,
still on- while-
but it's
while we're
also
still on this
terrible.
tangent-
oh, with the one with Richie Sunak who didn't know how the contactless payment worked.
Oh my god.
Do you see that video
Yes.
where he just shows it to the cashier, and the cashier's like just pointing at the like. He literally just he hands his card to the woman.
I don't trust this robot to take my money.
It's fucking
I was
nuts.
going to say, but before we thingy, I watched one video, and it was basically like how much money Jeff Bezos made or whatever, and he was like, if you got £31 every second or something like that, it would still take you like 200 years to like save up the amount that he's earned in his lifetime.
It's mad, isn't it?
Like if you imagine that, imagine getting, just picture that for a second, £31 a second, every second, 31 quid.
Yeah.
And it would take 200 years to get to where he's gone
It's
to.
mad, isn't
I
it?
buy so much fucking Lego.
Cat. I do a lot of cat. Do enough cat to save all the children in the world.
Things it must get to a. Is your mic disconnected? Well,
No.
Pickle neck. Doesn't sound too
Can
bad.
you hear me?
I can hear a
Just a
lot
bit
more
of
background
background
noise. And
Quick, finish the review before we hear more.
Can I say it today?
Can you say what?
Ratings.
Oh.
It's,
But
you're the one who's
starts.
saying it, so it's quite awkward.
Oh. Okay.
You can do it anyway if you want.
No, it's okay. Deborah can do it.
Also, do you give it a thumbs up or... Wait, no. Fuck.
well, that's after the ratings.
Afterwards.
Yeah. Quick,
Ratings.
speed run this. Oh, fuck. Sorry,
Eight-
say that again.
eight-
Right, say it again.
Ratings.
Ratings.
Okay, so right, let's say it again now, guys. Sorry, I'm just being...
Can we all say it in unison?
Oh, yeah. 3,
That won't-
2, 1.
Ratings.
8.5.
8.5.
7.5.
8.5.
Whoa, Aidan,
Wow.
you nailed one out.
You fucking bitch. What's that all
Yeah,
about?
I mean,
Ian?
I'm pretty unique. What do you mean?
What's that? What is that?
I liked all the songs. Thought it was good enough to be a 30, but a lot of it did go over my head. I'm not
So
gonna lie.
that continues the trend of now
if
4
you-
weeks in a row that me and Joe have scored it the same.
Like,
Whoa,
if you played
4
all
weeks.
the songs in order in front
4
of me, I would
weeks,
not be
yeah.
able to tell you which one was which bar, like the bell, maybe.
So
Because I think they're just the same songs, aren't they? It's
Me
the same with like the thingy album, the Valiant Hearts one.
yeah.
I was like, it's good, but they're all just the same song but different. So not the same song is what a smart person would be saying. But I'm not a smart person.
Me and Dev are
I wouldn't give £600 to charity.
I'm guessing it's a thumbs up from Joe.
It's a thumbs up from Joe.
You're not allowed to guess this shit.
It could have been a thumbs down for all you know.
Yeah.
Thumbs down with 8.5.
I guess that you have sex with the lights off.
I do. Hard confessions be like. I'm gonna pick the next album, if that's okay.
Oh, it scores 33.
Oh, that's a good one.
33 is good.
That's a true
That is
30
actually
as well.
quite high.
It is a true 30.
That must be the first true 30 in a long while. Like, when was the last time we had a true
Well, remember,
30?
I have lost the info for a lot of.
What's the
But the
trying to
last
think-
one I have
but-
on here is yours true. Oh, last true 30. That wasn't even a true 30. Was Panic at the Disco, Death of a Bachelor.
That's
Yeah,
how
that
long
That
ago
was
it's
fucking
been.
ages
That was
ago.
like last year.
It was over a year ago.
Oh
I
my
don't know if
god!
it's just because the
Whoa.
gaps between album reviews have got bigger, but I feel like it's been a while since we've had a really shit album as well. Like, just a really god awful. Like,
Joe's stopped
bottom-
picking terrible shit.
No, it would have been. So sorry, no. Obviously, I've lost some of the information, but I'm pretty sure the home team was a true 30.
Yes, the home team
Oh, yeah,
would
it
have
would
been
have
a
been,
home.
I thought that was going to be the new highest rated album until
Until
Denver didn't have
fucked it,
ears.
Yeah,
No, it's Cars.
yeah, because it got
Cars
2
speaker
tens,
was
isn't it?
broken. I gave it a 9.
Yeah, but his car's broken anyway. Maybe if he listened to it back now. I think I gave it a 10.
I think I give it a 10. I think we'll give it a 9.
I think it is a 10. It's just such a fucking good album.
I gave it a 9.5,
I
I
love
think. I can't remember.
I don't remember asking, you stupid prick.
I remember telling. What?
Shit, you got me there.
I'm going to pick the next album, if that's okay. And it's definitely my pick, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is.
think we all know what's coming.
You all know it's coming.
Do we?
Of course you do.
I think
If you don't know, get to know.
Oh, yeah.
It's Post Malone. 12 Carat 2 Fake.
Oh,
Shot.
Whoa.
wow.
Post Malone must be like the most repeated artist that we've done, like the most listened,
I think, I actually think you're right. I think we've done more Post Malone albums
Than any other artist.
This is the
repeated
4th
artists.
album
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've done each of his albums. So have we done anyone else 4 times?
We're actually consistently.
Haven't we done
trash.
1975 4 times?
No, we've done it 3, I think.
No, we've done them 4 times.
We did a brief inquiry, and then we did like the White Album,
and we did the actual 1975.
and then 1975.
We've done all of theirs. We did the...
That's all of
But
them,
what I
then.
was basically saying is, if you actually take the words consistently trash, take out.
Oh, you're not
words,
moving.
Yeah.
And put a few
That's
more
weird.
back in, you get the word Post Malone fan group, and that's what we
Aidan
are.
turned into a tranquiloquist.
Yeah, but despite all this, it's been...
Did you just come with Tranquiloquist? Like what?
You know what I meant to say?
Oh,
I
hang
did,
on.
but- oh.
What? There's one album with 16 songs and one album with 14.
Oh,
Do the
you'll do the
16.
deluxe 16. It adds 2 songs, but yeah. But you say all this, right? And obviously we've picked the last however many. Thank you, Bella. But I'm pretty sure it's been... What are we on now? It's been 3 years since the last album. So,
Jesus.
yeah. So, it has been a
That goes
while.
quick.
Time is going very quick.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
couple of years, I'm gonna be dead.
You got...
Album review exclusive. Aidan's funeral.
I'm trying to think when the last Post Malone would have been.
3 years ago.
And when I kicked
But
the
did we
bucket,
do it
Joe
when it
can do
came
my
out?
Unreleased album.
I'm pretty
Remember,
sure.
Joe, we've done that unreleased album. It's just 20 sausages and nothing else.
20 sausages.
That's so weird. I was talking about sausages earlier.
What,
Holy shit.
meat chips?
Anyone thought about terps just recently?
Don't.
Just
That
wondering.
was so weird earlier. That was actually so weird.
Joe, have you got a
Does
fact?
Joe have any closing thoughts?
Oh, we were so instinct.
It was the 24th of March 2020 we did Hollywood's Bleeding.
Came out in 2019.
So it was just over two and a bit years ago.
Yeah, that's cool, but does Joe have a closing thought?
What does a trans person say?
Is this a joke? Because
that-
this is worrying.
What does a...
Yeah, I'm really worried where this is going.
This is a sketchy start to a
I thought
show.
they were supposed
What?
to be.
What?
Fact.
No, I'm keeping it spicy. What does a trans person say that wants to be male, but only briefly? Can I be frank for a minute?
Let's put another fact in, please.
Stop.
Joe, can you say another fact, please? I'm
Too
not putting that shit in. What the fuck was that?